Alright, what's up everyone? So the first thing that we gotta talk about is this new lawsuit that has come out of Alissa Violet and FaZe Clan. Now I'm sure all of you know what FaZe Clan is, but I feel like some of you may not know or remember who Alissa Violet was. Because let's be honest, she's been kind of irrelevant over the past couple of years. But Alissa, what most people know her as, was that she was the ex of Jake Paul, and then became the ex of FaZe Banks, and she also had that one song with Reyes called It's Every Night Sis. Well basically she's now back in the news with this new FaZe Clan lawsuit. Okay, so I could easily read some paragraphs out of the article explaining the situation, but it's a little bit confusing the first time you read it, so I think it'll be better if I just show y'all like the graphics of what's going on. Okay, so we got a couple of entities to show here on the screen. We got Alissa Violet, FaZe Clan, Clout Gang, and this other company called Hubrick Limited. So a few years back, Alissa was in this social media entertainment company called Clout Gang, which if you guys remember also included other people like Ricegum and FaZe Banks. She was in the Clout Gang group and then later on entered an agreement with FaZe Clan to transfer her shares from Clout Gang to this other company, Hubrick Limited, and in exchange got Hubrick stock. Now at around this time, Hubrick was partnered up with FaZe Clan to help develop both businesses, but then later on the partnership between FaZe and Hubrick got bad, and FaZe Clan, Clout Gang, Alissa and others sued Hubrick for fraud, and Hubrick countersued also alleging fraud. Then later on when Alissa and FaZe Clan got together, FaZe Clan was like, yo, we should just settle the lawsuit with Hubrick, and for that to happen, Alissa, you gotta give up your Hubrick stock and claims against them. Now I know that doesn't sound good, but we'll make it up to you and give you FaZe Clan stock. And Alissa basically agreed to the agreement, and she apparently hasn't gotten her FaZe stock yet, and that's where we're at now with this lawsuit between her and FaZe. She's just trying to get her promised FaZe stock. FaZe Clan's response to the lawsuit was that they denied generally and specifically each and every allegation contained in the complaint. Alissa's lawyer had then said, FaZe Clan is being sued because it specifically promised to compensate Alissa when it asked her to relinquish her Hubrick stock and asked her to dismiss her claims against Hubrick and others. If FaZe Clan simply abided by its promise to compensate her, Alissa would not have had to sue FaZe Clan. So with that, we just gotta wait and see if anything comes out of this situation. Honestly, the drama part of me thought that this was gonna be a bigger deal in the drama sphere, but this is a serious situation in terms of legality, which I'm sure the dramatic aspect of it will just be kept offline, and we'll find out the conclusion of the case quietly. But Keemstar did end up tweeting about the situation saying, me and Banks about to film a mom's basement. I have some questions. And then showing a screenshot of the DramaAlert Instagram post talking about the situation. Now he did end up deleting that tweet. I guess Banks didn't want that out necessarily like that, and they did do a mom's basement, but they didn't bring up the situation at all. But they did talk about something that caught my interest, and we're gonna go over it for a bit here. So Keemstar was talking a bit about the YouTube scene and how there's really nothing going on right now, and then mentioned that he wanted to take the DramaAlert channel in a new direction.
I am making some changes over at DramaAlert. I'm making some changes. We're gonna start doing some documentary style stuff.
I fuck with that.
And actually tomorrow we have a DramaAlert story that happened many years ago. We got a full documentary that's coming out on it. It was produced by Nicholas DiOrio. DramaAlert Productions is putting it on, and it's kind of like in detail what happened with Kiwiz.
And yeah, the DramaAlert channel went on to put out the Kiwiz video in which it documented the situation with that guy. Basically, it goes over how the former Call of Duty YouTuber Kiwiz managed to have gotten himself in a situation where he was exchanging inappropriate messages with an underage girl, and then how he was called out on it by a couple of people, but mostly everyone in Kiwiz's community just kind of shrugged it off. And then Kiwiz ended up becoming an even more popular YouTuber when he started making content around Fortnite, and then even went on to make his own organization which was called 1%, but then ended up leaving that org when attention came back to the minor situation in 2020. And now this documentary on the DramaAlert channel is bringing back attention to this situation, and as Keemstar said, he was going to have commentators make this type of content for the DramaAlert channel. I'm interested to see what other commentators and documentary type videos Keemstar decides to put up on his channel, because it'll shine a spotlight to these great content creators like Nicholas DiOrio, but we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, now let's go on to another thing that I wanted to talk about, which is that we got some updates to the David Dobrik and Durte Dom situation. So earlier this year, David basically got cancelled for being irresponsible a few years ago, and it led to someone getting essayed by Durte Dom on a certain night. This year, when people were calling out David for it, David went on to tell us his side of the story, and it was this whole big thing. Well, now Durte Dom released a video telling us his side of the story, and in that video also brings in one of the people that worked for David in the vlog squad around that time.
Hi guys, my name is Cassandra, and I met David
in 2017.
Yeah, she just kind of talks a bit bad about David. Now, originally when the video came out, there was this one scene where she was just crying out of nowhere, and people were roasting that part of the video in the comments of it. I even posted about the new video onto my Instagram, and we got this guy commenting, "Why is she crying?" And this dude named Frankie responded with, "I don't know, but I'd cry too if I was in a room with Dom." Now, I did have a screenshot of the length of the video when it first came out, and as you can see, it shows that the video was 11 minutes and 23 seconds long. But if you go to the video now, it's only 10 minutes and 24 seconds long. And that part of the video where she was crying isn't there anymore, which I just found kind of funny. Also, when the Dom video first came out, you can see that there were way more dislikes than likes. But if you go to the video now, there's more likes on the video than it has dislikes, which is kind of weird. You don't really see that happen a lot. I feel like people just really want to see David as a bad guy, and it kind of shows here. It's kind of strange when you think about it. But then we also had that same woman that was in the new Dom video come out and show some screenshots between her and Natalie. And apparently Natalie referred to some of the women as whores, and I guess some people were trying to cancel Natalie for that. I don't know, man, pretty distasteful comments considering the situation at hand. But that was years ago when a lot of the information out there wasn't even that known to everybody. But now with those things happening and having some more info on the Dom situation, David, Natalie, nor the vlog squad or any of his associates have said anything about it. So we'll just leave it at that for the time being. But now we can move on to the final topic that I want to talk about, which is some more YouTube boxing. So one of the things that happened recently was that we had John Gabbana, who was formerly known as Boom Gang, go up against Supreme Patty, and the results of that ended up being a draw. Each of them thought that they should have been the winner, with Supreme Patty putting out this tweet and John Gabbana putting out this Instagram video.
We are the champion. We are the champions.
Then we had Social Knockout 2 get announced, and so far for the card, we have gotten these fights get confirmed. We have Johnny vs. Louis, Humana Khan vs. Sarlina, Adnan vs. NNA Productions. I don't know what this fool NNA is doing back in the ring. Maybe redemption time, I don't know. Then we have Tyson vs. Nayo, aka Bread Batch. Yes, that Bread Batch. The one that posts some of the stuff going on in the YouTube and entertainment scene. He's gonna be making his boxing match debut against this guy Tyson. Then we're also gonna have Nikita vs. Slim, and then Ajmal Khan vs. Money Kicks. Now, someone that is missing for right now is Adam Sela. They haven't announced his fight yet. I'm not sure if they canceled it or something. I think they're just looking for someone, but honestly he should go up against Waleed again so they can settle the beef between them and we can see who is the better fighter. And then for the final topic, we gotta talk about Jake Paul and some of the updates that come out around him. So he had a little back and forth with Tommy Fury, just saying that like Tommy has a $1 million offer sitting on the table for him to take it or just leave it, and Tommy's just saying that he wants more money because of the attention that the fight will get, but Jake says that he has other options in mind and doesn't need to fight Tommy Fury. Meanwhile, Jake's last opponent, Tyron Woodley, ended up getting the I Love Jake Paul tattoo on his middle finger. Now Jake reacted to this in a new YouTube video of his, and he starts it off by laughing about it and then ends it off with this.
Can I grab those cheeks now, Poppy?
Now there's this theory going around that supposedly that tattoo is fake, or at least some part of it. This one post on Instagram started going viral, basically saying that the words I and Jake Paul did get tattooed on Tyron Woodley's middle finger, but that the word love was written by a pen, and that once Jake confirms or denies a rematch, then something will be added to the finger so that it would say something else. And yeah, it kind of makes sense. Personally, I see how that could easily turn into his middle finger saying fuck Jake Paul, kind of like how I have it on the screen right now. But dude, either way, that's still a no in my opinion for Tyron Woodley. Dude got the name Jake Paul tatted on him just for a chance to maybe have a rematch now. That's stuck on his body forever if any of it is legit. Oh man, but yeah, that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed, then make sure to drop a like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Alright, see you in the next video.